Yeah, look who it is.
Hello, I'm Honest Abraham Lincoln.
Make sure you're honest. Don't copy my videos. Try it on your own first. Pause me. And then see how you did. Push play. Right? Or maybe learn from one of them and then pause and try the next one. Or put your answers in Canvas. See if you get the evens right. Then you'll learn lots and ace the test.
Yeah, ace the test. Abraham Lincoln says ace the test.
Wayo. Thanks for being honest on my test too. Okay, so what we're working on there is our review. We're working on a review right now. So convert the following quadratic function to vertex form. Do you remember how to do that? Because you do that on the test? By completing the square, then list the requested information. Okay, so how do you complete the square? Do you remember? So you have to first divide out the 3. So we pull a 3 out of there. So we get x squared minus 2x minus a third. We send that negative third way over here like this. And then we take the b, divide by 2, and square it. So take the b, which is negative 2. We divide by 2, and we square it. This is our b value. Take our b, divide by 2, and square it. Just right there.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Can I name drop you?
Sure.
Yeah, Ethan.
See ya.
Thanks, Ethan. Okay, so take the b, divide by 2, and square it. So then, there we go. So negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. And negative 1 squared is a positive 1. So then we add 1 to both. So we add 1. But we also have to minus 1, right? To balance out the equation. Remember, complete the square? So then this guy factors into x and x, 1 and 1. And then we got a minus and a minus, right? Gives us a positive and a negative 2 when we add them. So then we're left with 3 parenthesis parenthesis x minus 1 all squared. There's 2 of them. And then we have a negative 1 and a negative 1/3, right? Which is going to be the same as negative 3 over 3, because 1 is the same as 3 over 3. Right? Because you times it by the fraction to the top and bottom. So then we get, let's see, negative 1 and 3, so we get negative 4/3. Wayo. So we have a negative 4/3 there. Good. So then we go ahead and distribute the 3 through now. The 3 goes here, and the 3 goes here. And so that's going to cancel with that 3 down there. So then we're left with our equation, which is y equals 3, x minus 1 all squared, minus 4. And so the vertex is not a negative 1, it's a positive 1, comma negative 4. And we have a vertical stretch. We have a 3, and it's narrower. Narrower. Nice. Let's pause it and make sure I'm doing this right. Yep, looking good, looking good. Okay, I just always want to make sure that I'm doing these videos as accurate as I can. More review. You remember this from Unit 2, you guys? All this stuff from Unit 2 with quadratics? Let's see here. So vertex in negative 2 and 3 passes through the point negative 4, negative 5. So we're going to use y equals a, x minus h all squared, plus our k value. Remember, pause me, try it on your own first. So you're going to go ahead and plug in what you can. So the vertex, again, is our h and our k value. So negative 2 is going to go here, and 3 is going to go here. This is our xy. So our x is going to go here, and our y is going to go there. So we get negative 5 is equal to a times negative 4 minus h, which is a negative 2 all squared, plus our k value, which is 3. So then we have a negative and negative is a positive. So negative 4 with a positive 2 is negative 2 all squared is 4. And that is being multiplied with the a. Cannot combine it with the 3. No, because that's actually a 4a. Then we bring down our plus 3, equal our negative 5. And then we minus 3 to both sides. So we get a negative 8. Negative 8 is equal to 4a. And then we divide by 4, right? And so we get a is equal to negative 2. So that is not quite our answer. So we get a equals negative 2 because we divide by 4. That's part of our answer. So now we have to use that back in our equation now. Back in our equation. So our final answer would be y equals negative 2 for our a value. Then x minus the minus 2, which is a plus 2. So that's all squared. And then plus our k value, which is 3. Woo! There we go. So the next one, you want to do the same thing, but you want to use, instead of the vertex formula, we want to use our, not our vertex formula, but our x-intercept formula. So y equals a, x minus r1 times x minus r2. And so then, wherever you see a y value, you're going to plug in a 14. And then an x value, you're going to plug in a 4. You're going to plug in a 4. Pause me. Remember how to do the rest? Try it on your own. Pause me. Try it on your own. Make sure this is recording. Okay, just making sure. Okay, good. So this is going to be our R1, and this will be our R2. So now we have our y value 14 equals A. A is what we're solving for. And then x is 4 minus R1. And then x is 4 again, and R2 is 7. So we get negative 3. That becomes a positive, so 7. So we multiply those together, and we get a negative 21. And then we bring down our a value, so that's negative 21 times a. So negative 21 times a equals 14. So then we're going to go ahead and divide by negative 21 to both sides. So then we get a is equal to 14 over negative 21. Divide by 7. Divide by 7. So we get negative 2/3. So then our final answer, we have to plug that back into the a now. Right? Back into the a. So we get y equals negative 2/3 for our a value. X minus the minus 3, so that's x plus 3, times x minus r2, where r2 is the 7. And that is our final answer. So if we gave that to you on a test, vertex form, factored form, could you use the given information to come up with an equation? Could you do that? Whoa, do you remember how to graph? Do you remember how to graph quadratics? So that's going to be a not left 4, that's going to be a right 4, as well as an up 6. So right 1, 2, 3, 4, up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this means you're going down. And the 3 means that we're going down 3. Right? Down 3 over 1. Pause me. You should be pausing me, remember? You gotta come up with this yourself from your memory to ace it on the test. Okay, so we go down 3 over 1, down 3 back 1. And then if we remember right, we're gonna go instead of down 4, it's gonna be like down 12, I think. Yeah, 3 times. So it's gonna be over 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Really narrow, guys. Really narrow. Really narrow. There we go. Remember the domain for quadratics is negative infinity, positive infinity. But what's the range? Pause me. What do you think? What's the range? How do we find the range? So range is going from down to up. Right, down to up. And so that's going to be negative infinity all the way up to 6 is our y value. And then you try number 5. Try 5 on your own. Can you do number 5 on your own? I bet you can. Remember, it's wider, so it's going to be over 2 up 2. right? Over 2 up 2. It's wider. So try number 5. Try number 5. Pause me. Try number 5. I'm waiting. So left 5. Remember, it's left 5, down 2. And then it's over 2, up 2, and back 2, up 2 because it's wider. And then I'm trying to remember. Do you remember? I'm trying to remember. So, and then we go over how much? Over 4, up 4? No. Let's see. So over 2, up 2. And then, like, I think we go over 4. That's going to be a huge number. Never mind. Well, maybe. So that's 9 to the 3rd power. Yeah, that's really big. So that's just going to take off still, I think. So if we plug in a -2, for example, 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 to the 3rd power is 27. So we got 27 halves minus 2. So that's like 13 and a half. And so that's, so let me see here. So that's 13 and a half minus 2 is 11 and a half. So over 2, up 11 and a half. Yeah, so it'll take off. It's going to be wider, but it'll still take off. Still take off. Okay, good. Okay, so that was on number 5. Let's double check here. Good. So now we're on numbers. Oh, domain and range. Do you remember the domain? Do you remember the domain? Right? Do you remember the range? Domain's always negative infinity, positive infinity. And range is from -2 going upwards to positive infinity. Don't forget the bracket around the -2. Bracket. Okay, completely factor each of the following. You're definitely going to see some factoring on there, especially sum of cubes and difference of cubes. So first, always make sure to first always pull out any possible GCFs. Any possible GCFs. So I see a 2 that we could pull out there. So that's going to be left with x cubed plus 54 divided by 2. Let's take a look there. 54. What's 54 divided by 2? I think it's 27. What do you think? Yeah, so this is actually going to be something special, you guys. So this is a sum of cubes. Do you remember? You're going to see that on the test. Do you remember how to do sum of cubes? Do you remember the formula? Do you remember the formula? So that's going to split into x, x, and x. And then 27 factors into 9 times 3, which factors into 3 times 3 times 3. Good. So do you remember how it goes? We go take our x and we add it with our b value, which is 3. So remember, it's a cubed plus b cubed is equal to a plus b times a squared minus a times b, or b times a, and then plus b squared. That's our formula that we're plugging into. So a squared becomes x squared minus x times 3 plus 3 squared. And so there we go. So that's going to be x squared minus 3x plus 9. Way-o! And there's our answer. All right. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching. Try each one on your own first. Thanks for watching. See you soon.